Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 4 through 10, 2023. This is a reading for you if you are a Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, or have some other significant Scorpio placement in your chart. We are doing this reading for the week of December 4 through 10, 2023. However, if you feel called to watch this reading at a different time, then there is a message here for you as well. If you are returning to this channel, welcome back. It's good to have you back again, and let's hope that this is a good reading that will clarify a lot of things for you in the upcoming week. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. And if you find that this reading resonates with you, then definitely do subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, because all of that helps the visibility of the channel. I am doing an astrological spread, so I'm doing this according to, the cards are positioned according to the 12 houses of astrology and the meanings of those houses. So there are going to maybe certain aspects of the interpretation that don't apply to you or don't resonate with you. For example, in the 5th house, which has to do with creativity, children, and love affairs, you're not necessarily dealing with all three of those things. So only take what applies to you and leave the rest. So with that said, yes, the cards I use, for those not familiar, I use Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck. That's my main oracle, and I clarify everything with tarot. And this is the Tarot of the Spirit. That's our deck for this week. And I usually, I've started including an oracle reading again. And this one is called the Essential Oil Oracle. And it's just a little extra card that I throw in at the end to kind of tie things together. And so I've decided it's good to start doing that again. I do lay out my cards in advance so that I have time to sit and meditate on your sign and make sure that I am fully focused on you and your needs for the week. So let's begin at the beginning. Aries energy. Okay, Aries has to do with your personality, how you present yourself to the world, what you want other people to see about you. And you have air with the 3 of fire. Okay, air is something that's much more detached. I mean, air is a very friendly card. Okay, it's not that that there isn't communication, that there isn't an aspect of friendship, but emotionally it's a little bit more detached. Friendly but detached, I guess that's the best way to describe it in terms of how you're presenting yourself to people. You do have this 3 of fire here, so there's definitely this sense of wanting to collaborate with others, putting things out to the universe and waiting for it to come back. So there's a lot of energy here towards collaborating and working with others. It's just in a more detached way rather than perhaps, say, a romantic or emotional way, right? So you are definitely coming across as this very chatty, friendly, maybe very busy person who is looking to perhaps network or to build something with people. Or, there's a very, I feel like there's a very practical focus to this. Like you may be more, looking more at building your network than perhaps, thinking about love or something like that. And also very strong mental energy. So you just may be, you may be thinking and talking and going a lot of the time. So very strong energy of that kind of detachment there for Scorpio. Second house has to do with Taurus energy. That's your money, that's possessions, your values. This is strong Venus energy. And wow, you've got the Devil with Pyramid. So the Devil indicates some kind of an attachment, and Pyramid indicates a test. So I have a feeling that something's being tested for you in the terms of your finances. Maybe you've been spending too much on something. Sometimes people have financial addictions. For example, people who might have gambling addictions. That just jumped into my head. Or something like that. I'm not saying that you particularly do, but there's definitely this, it could be something else. Maybe it's just you like therapy shopping or something, and maybe if this is a time when perhaps money or resources need to be committed to something else, maybe it's saying, okay, maybe you have to, this may be a test. This may be a test of your will in terms of some of these things. But the Devil also, I feel like sometimes the Devil also appears here when you just need to be able to have a good time too. So take it as it resonates for you. If you're the type of person who normally never spends money on anything and you're always very, very frugal, this may be telling you it's time to let your hair down a little bit. So either way, there's definitely this little bit of a test situation here. Third house, this has to do with messages, communications. This is Gemini energy. And so this is ruled by Mercury. This has to do with short-term travel or short-distance travel. It can have to do with your siblings, brothers and sisters. If you're in business for yourself or self-employed, this does have to do with self-effort, so that would apply here as well. More generally, it has to do with messages. And wow, you've got the 9 of Wind with Scarab. So there's definitely worries about messages or situations maybe related to your business or, again, to your siblings. Take it as it resonates. That has to do with a change. Change, a new beginning. Scarab tends to come up when it's almost the equivalent of the Death card in this deck in the sense that it represents an ending and a beginning. Okay, so there's something new that's coming out here, and the 9 of Wind here, or the 9 of Swords, this is basically the mind going crazy. So yeah, having this in the Gemini house and seeing that you're very communicative over here, there may be a lot of looking at what ifs and yes buts and over some kind of a new thing that's happening. Okay, you may be second guessing things, you may be overthinking it, you may be looking at all the things that could potentially go wrong, and this is saying you really don't need to do that. This is an overextension of mental energy in this house, and really whatever this change is, you need to accept it and flow with it. As it is actually a good thing. Don't look at the negatives here. You want to look at the positives. 4th house is Cancer energy. This has to do with home, family, your environment. Okay, so you have Earth. Earth is a very strong, well, first of all, it's very strongly financial. So it could be investing in a home. It could be investments or return on real estate or something like that for some people. But, if it's not dealing with any of that, then Earth would have to do with being grounded. Okay, getting grounded. You're a water sign, Scorpio, and you're very deep and intense water sign. So I think this is kind of sort of suggesting getting your feet on the ground a little bit, maybe taking some time out, maybe being at home, not moving around too much. There may be this idea of connecting with family or connecting with roots. Now, yeah, you have this 8 of Water here. So this is the idea. There's 2 possibilities with 8 of Water. One is that you're walking away from something. There may be something that may be this new beginning here that you're concerned about. You may something that may have served you. Maybe you're leaving a long-standing job. Maybe you're moving away from a family member. I don't know. There's something here though that you're moving away from something that has been familiar or has been around for a very long time, and and it's because however the situation may have been good for you or served you before, it's over. And you need to move ahead. It's time to move on to the next thing. Now, and actually, in that case, there could actually be a move here. This could actually be the sale of a house for somebody too. So again, not for everybody. Take it as it resonates. The other possibility with this card, this 8 of Cups card, is that there's something else that's coming back around, or some situation that is returning. And again, this would probably, it could have to do with a home situation. That may be more on the family side of things. In which case, yeah, I would still say this is about grounding. It's about getting back to your roots to some degree. So, yeah, take this as it resonates. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody. 5th house is Leo energy. This is about creativity, love affairs, children if you have any, or if children are a factor for you. Okay, so you have Brother Water with Bastet. So for some of you, okay, this is the love affair house. So if you are looking for love, this could mean an invitation here, an invitation perhaps to something social, because Bastet is definitely a very social card. And Brother Water is the same as the Knight of Cups. It's indicating it could be an invitation to go out on a date or something like that. So if there's somebody you've been interested in, this may be a sign that, maybe, the holidays are coming up. Maybe there's going to be somebody's going to invite you to a party or to an event. That's very much possible here. If we're talking about something creative or creative ventures, then this could be, an invitation to a new opportunity of some kind. Bastet creatively has to do with music, with dancing, with things like that. So I don't know if you are involved in either one of those creative pursuits, this could be an invitation or opportunity to do something. But generally speaking, I feel like this is more of an invitation to go out and do something fun, to socialize with friends. So that's definitely something that's coming up. Okay, 6th house. This is Virgo energy. Virgo is about your health. It's about perhaps your job, if you have a job that you're doing. It can also have to do with worries and anxieties. Okay, so we have 6 of Water with Sirius. Okay, so now in the health sector, I feel like, okay, Six of Water, this often has to do with things that are from the past. So if you do happen to have some kind of a complaint, a physical ailment or a complaint, what this may be saying is, I feel like this sometimes comes up when it's something karmic. Believe it or not, there are ailments that we have that are karmic in nature. Just to give you an example, I remember when I went to a Vedic astrologer for the first time back in, oh God, it was like 20 years ago now, but at that time my father was still alive, and my father had never been sick for years and years and years, and he had, it was weird because when I sat down with the astrologer, the first thing he said to me was, "Oh, your father had pneumonia last month." And I went, how does he know that? Because my father had never been sick, so this was the fact that he did have pneumonia, because he was correct, was a really unusual thing. And the astrologer said, yeah, he says, well, it's a karmic thing, and it's probably going to repeat. Like, he's probably going to find himself getting pneumonia, not all the time, but, somewhat frequently. And sure enough, for the rest of his life, that was one of the things that tended to plague him on and off, was pneumonia. And they said that this was a payback of an old karma. So that's what I mean when I say some kind of health issue that might be karmically connected for you. But with Sirius, there's definitely this idea of exercise, getting out, doing cardio, doing other kinds of things. There's a definitely strong physical energy here with Sirius. So when it comes to health, that would indicate that you may have an issue that might be maybe not solved, but at least helped by more exercise. And again, just to be clear, I don't do medical readings. This is just, if this is coming up in this house and it seems to be very strongly associated with a physical thing, I will tell you about it. It may or may not resonate with you, but that is a possibility with these. Otherwise, there's definitely this sense of, if we're just talking about a job or about a worry, this could be a worry that is coming out of the past, whether it be this lifetime or another one, but there seems to be some kind of a, this generally has to do with people you have history with or the past. And Sirius would indicate they need to perhaps have some level of endurance with a situation, or maybe even to think outside of the box. So take it as it resonates. Seventh house, this is Libra energy, and Libra has to do with relationships, serious relationships, marriages, legal business partnerships, or if you're actually looking for those things, this would be the house that would address that. And wow, you've got fire with 9 of water here, which is 9 of cups. So for some of you, there is a wish fulfillment in a relationship. Maybe if you've been looking to get married, maybe this is going to happen. Could be a fire sign person, potentially. Or it could just be a love relationship where there's a lot of passion. That is also possible. But yeah, this seems for some of you, this is a wish fulfillment. This is something that you've wanted and something that you're very impassioned about. Now, if you're already married, this could be some great thing that's going to happen in your marriage that's really going to spark things up a little bit. Or if you're not married and not looking for love, this could be a business arrangement that is inspiring and exactly what you've been hoping for. So again, see how that fits. 8th house is your house. This is Scorpio energy. And Scorpio, this house is a house of transformation, and it's also a house of other people's money. Okay, we have Ankh with resurrection here, which is the judgment card. So, there's definitely the idea of something coming to an end for somebody. There's a need to reevaluate. Sometimes there can be legal issues that come up when this card comes up. There's a sense of kind of like justice. There's definitely a sense of courtroom judgment and things like that. Ankh generally has to do with long life and happiness in this house. So this seems to indicate to me if there is in fact a physical worry about something, then it may be just saying, if you're worried, say, that somebody has an ailment that's going to be a long-term problem, or that's going to be, that might affect them or might affect their livelihood or being alive. Ankh usually indicates, that long life and happiness, okay? Especially with this here. And it's interesting because you have 6s here. So this seems to indicate to me that there could be, if there is an issue surrounding health or concerns about health, that it's going to be solved in 6. Whether that's 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, I'm not sure. But there's definitely this idea of 6. And the idea of definitely coming to a judgment and making some kind of a fundamental change or bringing something to an end. Okay. 9th house, Sagittarius energy, and this has to do with expansion. So it has to do with long distance travel, with going back to school, higher education, okay, like university education. and also just deep thought, deep knowledge, philosophy, religion, and that sort of thing. Okay, now we've got Sphinx and the Seven of Wind, so which is the Seven of Swords. There's something secret going on here. Whether this is connected to a trip or a journey, whether this is connected to something, if you're in school, something happening at school, somebody connected with your church or some similar thing, some similar organization. There's definitely something here, or with a legal matter, by the way. That's another possibility with this house. Sagittarius does deal with legal matters. There definitely seems to be this sense of somebody feeling that somebody's not telling you something. And both of these cards are about secrets, okay? So I don't know specifically what this means. This could be a situation that's going to require some negotiation or some careful planning rather than a direct, directly confronting something. This also could be saying that you need to sit back, wait, and see how something is going to go. Again, not sure how this resonates. It's going to depend. If somebody is planning a long trip, it could be saying there could be some surprises in store. And there could be something going on, like I said, if you're in school or if you're involved in university and university education, there could be some surprises coming that maybe you're thinking, wow, I was not told that, and you feel like this may be an obstacle or creating a problem. But there definitely seems to be this sense that there may be some need for careful negotiation here. 10th house is Capricorn energy. This has to do with your career, fame, reputation, what talents you display or give to the world. Okay, you've got Death with the winged disc. Okay, so for some people, this is definitely going to be the end of a job or a career situation, something you're going to be moving away from. If you're not actually leaving a job or career, then this could just mean that there's going to be a substantial change. However, you have it with the winged disc, so there's no need to worry about that change. It indicates whatever this change is, it's going to bring success. It's going to bring something that's better. Those of you in business partnerships, that might be why this Nine of Cups shows up over here. There just seems to be something very new and inspiring that's going to bring something to an end, but bring a much better new beginning here. 11th house, Aquarius energy. This has to do with friendships, your goals, hopes and wishes, your social networks, things like that. Okay, so you've got Horus with the High Priestess. Okay, so this is a card within the house of friendship. This is a great card because it indicates that you are a charismatic person, that you have a lot of friends, that you are seen as a person who has it together, or a person who is a leader in some fashion. There's a very strong Leo energy with this card. The High Priestess, though, again, there's this idea of something that is being hidden or veiled, or something that you don't know. So maybe this issue you have over here in the 9th house has to do with a friend maybe that's not telling you something, or something that has yet to be revealed about a situation. But ultimately, Horus would indicate healing. If this does have to do with a health issue, then that would mean, this would have to do with somebody healing or getting better. Maybe somebody has a problem and they're not telling you. I mean, that's a possibility here. But whatever the situation is, whatever this hidden thing is, I mean, Horus again indicates that you finding a way to navigate a difficult situation. It's like about heroics. It's about the way in which we meet a crisis and come out victorious in the end. So yeah, I feel like there's something is moving towards an ending, something that's currently hidden from you, something that you don't know about right now, or that it's going to be a surprise to you. But you will have the means to overcome this with Horus here, and you may also have the support of friends too, or your networks, maybe even support that you're not expecting. And finally, you have the 12th house. This is Pisces energy. What you're afraid of, what's hidden, what's in the imagination. And yeah, you've got that's Neptune energy, and you have the Neptune card there, which is Nephthys here. This is a card of what has not happened yet. So this is more of a fear of something. In the house of fear, this is about maybe being afraid of things that, being worried about what might happen in a situation. Like we have this 9 of Wind here. Yeah, and it's funny because we have it with this change or new beginning, like with this death thing here. There's this sense of, I'm worried about a particular change and what it's going to mean. And then you have Father Wind here. So this is the King of Swords. This could be somebody who's very critical. Again, there's a strong legal thing here. Somebody may be worried about the outcome of some legal matter or situation. This is definitely a message for an individual person, but it's coming up very strongly in here. So there may be a fear of criticism or judgment that is perhaps not favorable towards you. because there's definitely this very strong, logical, legal, letter of the law kind of energy here. So there may be fears about something that, something that may either is going to affect you legally or that is going to be critical of something that you are doing. Okay, but this is showing up in the house of fear, so I feel like a lot of this is just more speculation than reality. And overall, yeah, you've got Urias again. So Urias would indicate outwitting any adversaries that you have, which is good. If you're worried that you're worried about this Seven of Wind up here, or the Sphinx, then this is saying, yeah, there is more going on than meets the eye, but you should have the resources to deal with it. And with Sister Water, this is the Page of Cups. You may be feeling a bit vulnerable right now because you may be a little vigilant, you may be a little on edge, thinking like, kind of looking around, saying, waiting for the other shoe to drop, as they like to say. But ultimately, this seems to indicate being able to score points against those who score against you. So, So I don't know. I do feel like there may be a situation here, situations here where you are worried, or you're maybe paranoid is the right word about certain things. But and particularly for some of you, this has to do with a legal issue for sure. But I would just keep your feet on the ground. Don't get carried away with negative thoughts about things. Definitely stay in the present and stick to the facts. Okay, our overall card is from the Essential Oil Oracle, is the Magnolia card. And the message on this card is, the keyword is amplify. The trigger statement is, I can't get anything right. The true statement is, I am in divine time. It says, harness your loving energy and watch as one miracle unfolds after another. So yeah, there's definitely, I don't see Thoth in this reading, but a lot of times there definitely is this sense that what is yours will come to you. And there's no need to worry too much about trying to control something or making that kind of an effort. So that's it for me for this week, Scorpio. I hope this reading was very helpful to you. If it was, please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing, like the video, and definitely leave me a comment. And thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.